Hello and welcome everybody. And this video I show you how to change the timing chain on Lada motor using with the GoPro onto my head. Yeah, this clip have never been need to happen because I have the earlier clip what I have been working on the karaoke, but I accidentally deleted that one on the computer, so yeah, so I need to do this one, so yeah. But yeah, today we changed the timing chain and new timing gears on the motor, so use it with the GoPro camera. And yeah, it was quite shitty to edit, so yeah, it takes so much time and like that. But yeah, let's go see what happens. First we take the radiator off, and I already take the hoses and like all these other shit out. And I have this electric fan belt on the front of the radiator, and I think we don't need that anymore. And when we putting this all back together, because we make little changes on the motor, so yeah, take that the hell out of here. Yeah, what's next? Next we take this electric fan out of there, and it's quite useless in this stock motor. And then we need to take the mask off, and we have a little problem here because the fucking screws are broken, so too much rust and like that. But yeah, here I trying to take those off, and yeah, it's not getting good, so we use some drill to make the fucking screws out, so yeah. And we have some reggae songs on the background, so hopefully we don't get some copyright strikes on the YouTube, so yeah, we'll see what happens. But drilling the old screws out so we can get the mask off, and when I install that back I use the just chip ties to make it back, so that's the easiest and cheapest way to make it, so yeah. Now the mask is out, and yeah, what's next I don't remember, because yeah, we take the original mechanical fan out, and we're gonna change this too, because this one is the 4-blade, and we're gonna change it to the 6-blade fan, so we have more cooling power on the car. Sorry. Yeah, we can throw that on the on there, and then we take the pulley and the belt out. Yeah. Then put the screws back, and then we can take the valve cover off, and yeah. And yes, I think I opened those. No, I have already opened those, so we can take the valve cover off. And yeah, of course I'm not gonna edit the whole video for you guys, because it's gonna take like 2 hours probably 2 hours to make this fixing, so yeah, that was maybe too long for you. So yeah, and now those hoses and the wirings are a little bit on the way, so it's quite hard, but it's getting out of there, and yeah, nothing special in here, so then we can throw these waiting in here. And then we take the chain tensioner, we take it out, and I have this kind of modifications chain tensioner what prevents that the chains will never get loose, but that's a special kind of thing, so I will not gonna tell you how to make that kind of thing. And then we take the crankshaft pulley out, and the bolt, it's normally quite hard on there, so but you get it out when using enough force and like that. Then we knocking this out, normally it comes quite easily, like in this time too. So yeah. There we have that kind of shit, and then we can take the timing chain cover out, and like you can see soon, I use some silicone to seal the things, so I use my own motor in silicone. Normally these come with the paper silicones, but I tell you maybe later why I use the silicone, so yeah. And then we take maybe the most important thing on the motor. These little things prevents the timing chain to jump if the chain is too loose, so yeah. And then that one is the oil pump and distributor gear. Yeah, it's quite hard to telling you about some shit on here, because yeah, you know. Then we take the camshaft gear out like that, and I have in here two special thing on the bolt, not using the original parts anymore because they are not that good like what I use now. So then little bit hammering and we get this off. Yeah. And then we can take the chain out too, and I think I drop it on the oil pan and make a little bit mess. Yeah. Little mess. And what then happens? Yeah, take that out. Crankshaft gear out. It's the smaller one than the other ones, and well, probably you know why is it smaller, but yeah. And then the chain tensioner, this thing, and like you see, it's quite worn out. So, and I think, yeah, I forget to shoot some videos, but installed the new one, that chain tensioner shooting on here, and then new gears on the crankshaft and the new gear on the camshaft, adjustable gear on the camshaft, so we can adjustable the camshaft of course. Yeah, what now happens? I put it on. And yeah, then we put the bolt on there and close that shit, I think. So yeah, this is quite hard to make this kind of video, but yeah, I don't know if I do these kind of videos in the future, because this is quite hard and I don't have that much time to make these, so we'll see what happens. And then we install the chain tensioner back. And we not use the original seals on this motor. I'm not using those paper seals anymore because they start to leaking quite easily, so I don't wanna use those. I use the silicone. Like soon I think we put the timing chain cover. Yeah, here I put the new silicone on there. And this silicone, it has been tested. I have been tested and it's working quite well. I have all of my Ladas rear differential using this silicones, and I think I have drive like 50,000 and it's still working like normally, so yeah. Then we put this cover on here and it's just put in the back, and then we need to check if where the crankshaft pulley goes is on the middle of that, because otherwise the seal is gonna leak oil, so that's not a good thing. So yeah, and I really need to drink something because my mouth is getting dry, but yeah. And now we're gonna put the crankshaft pulley on the back to torque wing that shit again. And yeah, I forget to video grab some things, but yeah, that's no matter. That matter. So yeah. So yeah. There we put it on the nuts and the nuts. And yeah, I don't really remember how tight it was, but you can on the Lada service manual how tight you need to take that, put that. So yeah, we put the valve cover back on. Yeah, little bit fun again because of these hoses and wirings, but yeah, that's quite normal things. So yeah, now if I make a video when I'm bolting, no, we're gonna install this new 6-blade fan belt, mechanical fan. New 6-blade mechanical fan in here, so we have enough cooling on this motor, and I think it's maybe too much on this motor, but yeah, better than nothing. Nothing and better than original. Maybe it needs some horsepower on the, but that's not really matters on the normal engine. So, and then we put the radiator on and all the other things and blur. And yeah, I forget to tell you about some things, like I didn't show you the installation of the oil pumps pulley, oil pump and the distributor pulley, what is in here, but it's the most easiest to install that. But after that, if you roll it like this, you need to check your ignition timing again, but yeah, that's a quite small job. But yeah, then I put all the hoses back and waters in the machine and like that. And I think I need to put more this in here, but yeah. And I didn't show you how to tighten that timing chain, but it's quite easy job. Just open this chain tensioner like a maybe one, well, open it, and then when it's opened, don't take the cap off, and then just roll the motor couple times and then tighten it to the like the compression rate, and then tighten this bolt, and then it should be tightened. And yeah, like that, you know. It's quite fucking hard to edit that kind of video because it's so long job to do, but this car works. I can show you. Now that is, I've been driving for a while, so yeah, gear is running, and it sounds like a Lada motor. So, and now when we have this six blade fan belt, it's keeping quite funny sound, but yeah. Now the timing chain don't make that kind of noise, but like it's made in previous, because now it's new, so yeah. So yeah, and like that kind of things. yeah, I don't want to break the car, so yeah. And I installed that adjustable camshaft puller, so we can adjust the camshaft. So now I put the camshaft like in it's a little bit earlier than the crankshaft. So that means in Lada motor that there is more torque and the lower RPMs than normally. So now it's quite good in a daily drive, but in the high like 600 there is nothing home anymore like in normally. Well, normally, well, maybe I'm too optimistic. Maybe 4,500 is the maximum of the Lada motor, and the peak power is like best one. So, but now we don't have that one. Now it's the more power is on the bottom, so that's like better in the daily drive. And if I put the camshaft puller like if the camshaft comes later than the crankshaft, then we have in the lower we don't have the power, but we have the power like in 6,000 and 7,000 RPM. So, but that's not a good daily drive car, so let's go with that, and we can adjust that if I wanna at some point. But now it's like that, and I have the regular normal stock camshaft, so this works with like that, you know. But yeah, the car works and like that, yeah. And this was quite shitty video to edit, so yeah. We'll see you next time. Bye.